A Rubik's Cube is likely to be depicted in the dictionary entry for the term frustration. Some brilliant minds can figure it out in only 5 seconds, while others struggle for years before giving up. But what if I told you that there is a single algorithm that everyone can use to solve the Rubik's Cube? I tried it out for myself, and it's extremely easy. Look it over. Let's first examine the components of a 3x3 cube. Center, edge, and corner are its 3 essential components. You need to grasp the Rubik's Cube jargon in order to comprehend how these algorithms operate. Each move is represented by a letter that corresponds to a single 90-cube rotation. L left, R right, F front, U up, D down, and B back. Apostrophes indicate that the layer should rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. It rotates 90 degrees clockwise if there is no apostrophe. The number that appears next to a letter indicates how many turns you should make. Now that the film has paused, you can practice the rotations. In the method I'll be showing you today, you'll only work with the ones in this yellow zone. Here is the main algorithm, then R, U, R, U for your right hand, followed by R, U, R, U once again. Exactly the reverse applies to your left hand. Repeat after me. L, U, L, U. Let's examine how that appears in practice. R, U, R, U, and once more with the right hand now. Using your left hand, say L, U, again. Pause the video and practice the techniques until you can perform them all almost naturally before moving on. You'll benefit from it afterwards. By the way, if you run this algorithm 6 times, the cube will retain its original appearance. Amazing, huh? Okay, so the algorithm used today has 7 stages. White cross on the bottom corners, middle layer, yellow cross, top layer, top corners, and final goal are listed in that order. 1. Address the bottom-facing white cross. The goal here is to put up a white cross and line up its edges on each side with the appropriate color center. I'll combine everything here initially. Let's get going now. To begin with, you have to put together this sequence that looks something like a daisy. Try it for yourself. It's quite simple and doesn't call for any complex algorithms. The top layer with the daisy should then be rotated 180 degrees, and the right colors of the layers should be lined up with the color of the center. Do the same thing with the remaining whites. How to get a white cross at the bottom is as follows. 2. Resolve the 4 bottom corner pieces. The white side of the cube will be solved at this point if you arrange the lower corners of the cube in the proper locations. You'll apply the R, U, RU algorithm for your right hand here. To identify a corner that is the same color as the centers of the other sides, rotate only the top layer of the cube. Then, use the technique to move the corner until it is in the proper location. Repeat the process for the remaining corners. You should have tiny upside-down T's on each side, finishing at the centerpiece at this point. 3. Resolve the middle layer's 4 edge components. At this step, you'll need to solve the rest of the inner layer so that the outer blocks are the same color as the center. In the first scenario, the layer you'll be dealing with is positioned above the target position, to the left. It must be matched with the correct color. Here is how to go about it. Rotate the upper portion to the right, use the right-hand algorithm. The cube to the left, use the left-hand algorithm. The layer you'll be dealing with in the second scenario is to the right of the goal position. It must be matched with the appropriate color. This is how you do it. Turn the upper portion to the right. Use the left-hand algorithm. The cube to the right. Use the right-hand algorithm. Once you've done that with each side, you're finished. 4. Fix the top layer's yellow edges. You start by assembling a yellow cross on the cube's yellow side. Start using the algorithm if you only see a random collection of yellow edges rather than the yellow line. Start using the same algorithm the moment you see the yellow line. And this is how a cross is made. 5. Resolve the top layer's 4 edge components. Now we must arrange the yellow cross's borders so that the second color matches that side's color. Let's get going. Find one edge that's already in place. To line the cube's edge with the appropriate color, rotate the top layer. It's crucial that there is just one matching edge. If two of them coincide, you should blend the edges using a slightly altered procedure. Once more, only one edge should have the same color on both sides. Keep that one in front of you and employ the same procedure till the remaining edges get in the appropriate positions. Voila! 6. Position the upper layer's yellow corners upright. The aim at this point is to place the corners using the proper colors from nearby centers. You merely need to position them. You are not yet solving them. Use a slightly altered technique to locate the corner that is already in place in this case. It is even rotated appropriately, but that is not significant. Repeat this process until all of the corners are in their proper locations. Done. 7. Fix the upper layer's yellow corners. You're nearly finished. You just need to figure out the corners. Make sure the cube is facing the yellow side in your direction. Working with the upper right corner is your task. Let's work on it piece by piece. Avoid rotating the cube and take each step one at a time. Be cautious because many individuals make mistakes at this point and have to restart. Until the corner is solved, use the algorithm you are familiar with in a slightly modified order. After finishing one, switch to the next by rotating the side that is facing you and applying the same formula. Once you've rotated the front layer to make the cube's colors match, you're done. Having figured out how to solve a traditional 3x3 Rubik's Cube, congrats! Other varieties of 3x3 cubes can also be solved using this method. The real kicker, though, is that it also aids in the solution of more difficult puzzles, like this futuristic-looking cube. Therefore, if you keep practicing, you'll master it quickly. Did you use this algorithm to successfully solve the cube? Or do you perhaps have another method? Please tell me in the comments section. If you discovered something new today, please like and share this video with a friend.